I wrote a speech about Epstein and how he didn't kill himself, but it was too long. And then I wrote another speech, which is this one right here. And it was too long as well, so I had to cut it down. But I hope you like this one. Why legalization of prostitution is not okay. Imagine growing up in the 1960s on the west side of Chicago. Your mother dead at the age of only 6 months old. She was only 16 and never knowing what it is that she died from. Having to let your grandmother take care of you every day until you are old enough to take care of yourself. You move in with your grandma, who lives in the domestic suburbs. You meet a man at the age of 14 who introduces you into work early in your life. But the catch is, you have to do sexual actions with others. Then, after accepting, you become a mom of 2 baby girls at the age of 14. And then one day you find another man that can take away all your problems if you work for him. Doing the same actions you were doing before, but the catch is that you can never leave. After 25 years, Brenda Meyer Powell finally stood up to her pimp and started a new life. This example of oppression is the reason why we, as humans, should put an end to prostitution in Canada. It is only harming our people and most of our queens that run the world, women. Today, I will be discussing the problem of legalization of prostitution, the cause that it upholds, and the solution to silence this disgusting issue in Canada. First of all, like I stated, I will inform you a problem behind the legalization of prostitution. Most important impact of prostitution consists of violence. Legalization does not reduce violence. Women who bring charges against pimps and clients will bear the burden of proving that they were forced. How possibly can a prostitute prove that she was forced to become a victim of sexual violence if this has happened to her recruitment or is a part of her working conditions? Violence is a nature of sex industry. It is a cruel lie to suggest that decriminalization or legalization of the whole industry will protect prostitutes. It is not possible to protect someone whose source of income exposes them to the likelihood of being raped average on a week. Now I will state a cause of prostitution and why people turn to this immoral action. Firstly, I would the most important reason of cause of prostitution is money. As stated in First Deal with the Poverty That Causes Prostitution, final edition by Gwen Brodsky on 22 September 2004, women turn to prostitution mainly because they need money. They lack viable economic alternatives to meet the basic needs of themselves and their children for food, clothing, and housing. What if the legislators really wanted to help women? They should consider the cuts in welfare, social housing, adult education, job training, and childcare so that people don't make sex look like the best option for money. Well, now that we talked about the causes behind prostitution, let me inform you how we can form solution to prevent this. Firstly, we need better laws to prevent this disgusting business from going any further than it already is occurring. As stated in Stop Protecting Sex Predators, street workers demand better laws to combat child abuse, child prostitution in Vancouver by British Columbia report on March 25th, 1996. But no matter how the children got on the streets, critics maintain that society must make every effort to ensure that sexual predators don't take advantage of them. That means writing laws that work. Even though this quote is 23 years old, Canada has still not done anything to eliminate prostitution. With better, harsher, and straightforward laws, we can prevent children from selling themselves on the streets. Now that we are all aware of the problem, cause, and solution with prostitution, what is your next step to prevent these situations from occurring? The legalization of prostitution is a serious matter that should not be taken lightly. Next time you see something that does not look right, just remember that it only takes a couple words to prevent these tragic situations. Thank you.